Dear students, I am explaining about the identification, conservation and about the collection. Now, let us go how to identify the plant species. The identification of the herbal plants is a very important. Usually, identification of the any herbal plants, how we do, either we approach a plant collector or we will ask this somebody and a help, a botanist help. Normally, the identification of the plants is called it as a taxonomy. Taxonomy is the study of identification and nomenclature. But in general, as a students of the life sciences, you should know how to identify. The best thing to use the methodology is by comparing your plant specimen with the available herbaria in your department or the floras. Flora means a set of unique characters of a particular species described in a booklet, call it as a flora. Can you name any one of the common flora? Yes, it is a Bentham and Hooker. Bentham and Hooker, normally everybody has studied away, he has prepared the floras of the various plants. So, these flowering plants has been identified. Every plant is having different characteristics, features like shape, size of the leaves, color of the flowers, fruits, then stamens. So, these are called unique characters. These unique characters are called key characters. So, every plant is having a different specific characters when that is described in the floras. So, whenever you collect a specimen, compare the description with the floras and match with the herbarium, then you will be getting the exact name of the scientific name. The scientific names are being given by two nomenclature. It is called binomial nomenclature. Carolus von Linnaeus has given the nomenclature. The first name indicates the genus and second name indicates the species. For example, Ocimum. Ocimum is a Tulsi plant, we all know. It has the 8 species. So, whenever we say Ocimum officinalis, Ocimum cannabinus, Ocimum sanctum, Ocimum gratissimum. So, here genus is common, species are differ. That means, they are having majority of the similar characters, but few are separate. So, within the genus the characters 75% characters of the vegetative floral characters are same, but they are slightly variable in the species level. That is why in the binomial nomenclature all the similar characters they kept under one name, that is called genus name, and then species name is having certain different characters. When the different identification characters are present, naturally the properties, the components is also vary. For example, in Ocimum sanctum camphor is available, camphor is used for so many purposes, you know, whereas this is not present in the case of gratissimum. So, some compounds are present which are unique to the species level. So, thus it is called binomial nomenclature, which is having genus name first, then species name, then later followed with sometimes cultivated varieties. Even variety names also, gardening, whenever we cultivate a different product will come, different species will come, then they name it as a varieties. So, normally a plant species consisting of the genus and the species. So, how we identify? With the help of the floras and with the help of the herbaria. Let us see the identification. Identification can be defined as plants, identification of plants usually with the help of unique characters of the plants. These characters may be unique to the only one species or many species, and these characters are called key characters. So, I told you every characters may have, some plants may have quadrangular stem, some plants are shrubs, some plants are trees, some plants are herbs, some have leaves needle like, some have a big palm like leaves. So, these characters are unique characters. Whenever it mentioned as a palm like leaves, then you can say the collected plant, whenever you are going for identification, you will see whether leaf should be needle type or it may be palm type. Similarly, fruit should be a berry type or it may be some other type. Similarly, the stem, it should be woody or herbaceous or greeny or quadrangular. And main other characters are floral characters. Flowers are small, flowers are big, flowers are bell shaped or flowers are bean shaped, shape of the corolla, shape of the petals. All these characters play an important role in identification of the plants. So, these are called key characters. These key characters are mentioned in the floras. So, when you take a sample specimen, you go to the floras and compare the key characters and to identify these herbal medicinal plants. The identification and nomenclature is called taxonomy. In the slide I have mentioned taxonomy slide. So, where it is mentioned that plants can be classified based upon the vegetative characters, means leaf, stem and root, then floral characters means flowers, anatomical characters, that means inside the leaf what are the characters are present, inside the fruit, inside the stem what are present away. So, that characters are also variable from one plant to other plant. For example, in human being the impression of the thumb is separate for each and every person. That is also used as a key character for identification of a particular person, particular crime or particular other persons in identifying, because the thumb impression is unique. So, that is a key character. Similarly, plants are also having separate unique characters, and these unique characters may be present in the flowers, in the stems, in the leaves, in the roots, or it may be the internal characters. So, depending upon these characters, the nomenclature identification is based upon the vegetative characters, I told you leaf, stem, root, floral characters, flowers, then anatomical character means inside the stem what is present, inside the root, inside the leaf, then physiological characters. Physiology means what is happening, the process, how food material is prepared, how oxygen is taken, carbon dioxide is taken, these are physiological, and genetical characters, how many chromosomes are present, how many genes are present away. So, these are the unique characters, and based upon this identification can be based, and the whole study is called taxonomy. So, let us see some more important characters like vegetative characters. As I am mentioning you, vegetative characters, floral characters, anatomical characters and physiological characters. Some more information I will give you, what do you mean by vegetative character. In the vegetative characters, key characters include upon the phyllotaxy. What is phyllotaxy? Arrangement of leaves on the stem, how leaves are arranged, whether one by one or side by side or one above the other. So, the arrangement of the leaves on the stem is called phyllotaxy. Venation, venation means arrangement of veins in the leaves. In the leaves you will see very easily the veins away, the arrangement of veins. So, that is also very important character. Then type of leaf, needle type leaf, or it is a palmate leaf, or it is a serrate leaf, all these are also character. Size, shape, margin, texture, petiole, type of stem, size, shape of the root system, everything all comes under vegetative characters, and these characters are called unique characters, and these characters are called key characters. Similarly, floral characters, second these are the type and number of flower consisting of 4 parts, you have studied calyx, corolla, stamens and gynoecium. So, calyx means sepals. Sepals, how the sepals are present, what are their colors, and how the petals are present, what are their colors and their arrangements, that is called corolla. Number, size, shape of the stamens, then style, stigma, shape of the ovary, number of ovules, type of pollination and type of fruit. These are all parts comes under floral parts, and these floral parts will be differ from one plant to the other plant in size, shape, structure, color, texture. So, these will be the key characters of every plant. Why we are taking so many characters? Because when you collect a plant, it may have flower, it may not have flower, because flowers are not present in all seasons. So, then you have to depend upon the leaf characters. So, in the leaf you have to see the venation and phyllotaxy. Even when the leaf is not there, only stem is present. So, you need to see the stem characters. Even when stem is not there, only the root system is present. So, that roots arrangements is there, how it is there. Even you think that stem is not there, leaf is not there, flower is not there, only you have given a drug medicine in a small tablet form, which is a powder form, how to identify this plant. So, then you are using the anatomical characters, microscopic characters, how the powder form microscopically observe away what are the unique characters of the plants. So, thus identification is very, very important. When identification is wrong, whole plant medicine is wrong. So, we should be very cautious taking the help of all these characters, with the help of floras, with the help of the herbaria. We should become a good expert of the medicinal collector, plant collector away. Then only we can able to prescribe the herbal drugs for the sake of curing the diseases. Now, you may also ask me, what are anatomical characters? Okay, sir, you told that when powder form is available, how to identify the herbal medicines. So, here I will be using anatomical characters for identification which genus, which species or which plant it is. What are those characters I will be considering? Key characters include the leaf, stem, petiole. Inside what is present? There is a presence of epidermis, epidermal cells are present inside the leaf, stem, root. Size, shape and number of stomata. Stomata are the openings for gaseous exchange. So, stomata are present. Trichomes means small hair like structures. Then palisade and spongy parenchyma, where chlorophyll is present. Chlorophyll is a green pigment present in the palisade and spongy parenchyma, and this will be helpful in preparation of the food material. Similarly, other stem anatomical characters like xylem vessels. Xylem is helped for pumping the water from roots to the stem, and phloem is another part which is helpful for pumping the food material from leaves to the roots. So, water will be going from down to up and food is coming from up to down, because food is prepared in the leaves which are present in the top, and root is collected from the down from the earth and it is sent to the all other parts. So, the xylem type of cells, shape, structure of the cells in powder form of any drug, you can identify which plant it is. So, identification of the crude drugs here plays very important role in using the anatomical characters, because in powder form drug, when you purchase a herbal drug, you cannot identify, very difficulty in absence of flowers, leaves, stem, root. Here you will be using the powder characters of these various type of structures away, whether this having the key characters or not. Then you will say, yes, this is only the Sarpagandhi plant, Rauwolfia serpentina plant only. This herbal drug is prepared from this Rauwolfia serpentina only. You can use it away, you can tell. So, thus identification in absence of flowers, roots, stem is also very important aspects. Besides, you also have physiological characters like key characters C3, C4 plants, then ultraviolet, fluorescence, then electrophoresis techniques away, then presence of quantity of heavy metals in the cells. For example, in the case of the still powder form, some more characters, physiological aspect you can see, exposing the powder or the tablet with the help of ultraviolet light. So, they will be looking in different colors. So, every plant will reflect in a different form. Then similarly, electrophoresis techniques, separation of the amino acids and proteins. Then heavy metals like cadmium, cobalt, nickel, toxic, all these elements are present away. Their percentage of the presence of the heavy metal is vary from one species to the other species. So, depending upon particular percentage of these heavy metals also, we can identify whether it is a Catharanthus roseus or whether it is a Rauwolfia serpentina. So, thus in a individual species, whenever you go to any forest area or whenever you go to any garden, you can able to collect a plant specimen and you will identify which plant it is based upon the floral flowers, based upon the leaves, based upon the stem and based upon the roots. So, these characters you will be using them for identification of the individual plant. And I also told you, in case of powder form only, tablet form only, it is available where flowers are not there, where leaves are not there, where roots are not there. How to identify, where you are using the electrophoresis techniques, anatomical characters and heavy metal characters, and all these characters you will be using away for detection of which plant it is, product it is. Then only you will become an herbal expert. If you simply say that there are no flowers, I cannot identify, means you are not an herbal expert. So, you should be in a position to identify any herbal plant in any form, let it be part of the leaf, only leaf, or part of the stem, or total stem, or it is even in the powder form or even in the liquid form also. You can able to identify which plant it is, whether it is a genuine plant or it is not also, we can identify. Thank you.